Welcome to this video series dedicated to revealing to you what no one is telling you about what experiencing true prosperity and abundance in your life is all about. And I say true with a capital and underlined T to distinguish it from what I call the fake prosperity and abundance that so many people seek. Okay, an important note before we begin. This is only the first video in a series that tells an important, complete story. What you'll discover in this video series: number one, what abundance and prosperity really are, what they really aren't, what's blocking you from experiencing the real thing consistently, how to dissolve that block completely and permanently, and what it's like to experience true abundance and true prosperity 24/7. The typical starting point on the quest for abundance and prosperity is this. You have a big, long list of things that you want to change, fix, improve, have, create, and experience in your life. What's on your list? Well, the best way to look at it so we're on the same page is, what would you ask a magic genie for if you had access to one tomorrow? What would the wishes be? That's what's on your list. And you may be consciously aware of all of it right now, or you may not be. But that's the list. What would you ask a magic genie for? And by the way, we'll come back to the idea of a magic genie in a future video to illustrate a very important and critical point. Your list falls into two categories. First, what I call inner space, which means things that you want to change inside yourself. And here I'm talking about thoughts, feelings and emotions, and sensations related to the body. And also what I call story space, which means the things that you want to change outside yourself in the world, whether it's about business, career, money, relationships, whatever else it might be, everything that's out there in the world that appears to be separate from you, if you will. The problem is, you don't have what's on your list, and you're calling that a lack of abundance and prosperity. My question for you is, what if prosperity and abundance are really something else? What if true, with a capital underlined T, prosperity and abundance are actually something much better than getting what's on your list? As hard as it may be for you to believe that at this point, but I'll show you exactly what I mean, and you'll be able to verify it for yourself in this continuing video series. Odds are, on your quest for prosperity and abundance, your quest to get what's on your list, you've tried lots of tools, you've tried lots of techniques and strategies and models and methods and systems. Odds are the paths you were told would take you there, meaning into prosperity and abundance, ended up being dead ends. Odds are you've had to turn around after reaching zillions of dead ends on your quest. And I just love this picture. I'm not quite sure how they created it, but I just love it. And it so illustrates the point that I'm trying to make. You know, you're going down a road, you really think it's taking you somewhere, you really think you're getting somewhere, and then the next thing you know, boom, dead end, and you got to turn around, backtrack, and go try to find another road that can take you where you really want to go. It's kind of like dogs at the track. Now, if you look at the foreground of this image where the red arrow's pointing, you'll see it's a little blurry, but what that is a mechanical rabbit. And the way dog racing works is the dogs are trained to chase this mechanical rabbit. But by the design of the dog racing, they will never catch it. It doesn't matter how fast they are. It doesn't matter how strong they are. It doesn't matter how hard they train. It doesn't matter what they eat. It doesn't matter how luxurious their kennel might be. They will never catch the rabbit because that's the design of the sport, for it to always be just out of reach, but to be a motivating force to run fast. Another way to look at it is hamster on a wheel, although obviously this is a person, not a hamster, but it's the same idea. Run, 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 push, 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 effort, 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 try, 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 but ultimately not getting anywhere. This is what the traditional quest for abundance and prosperity generally looks like. Key point: as long as you're looking for a magic bullet to help you get what's on your list, you'll never experience true abundance and true prosperity. Never. And you'll feel forever frustrated and unfulfilled. To experience true abundance and true prosperity, you must discover and really get, and I mean really get, not just understand it intellectually, but really get it down to a very deep and profound level, which I'm going to show you how to do in this video series. How and why you got on the track and the hamster wheel in the first place. The true nature of the rabbits, continuing the metaphor, that you've been chasing but never catching, or catching and not being able to hold on to. That ultimately, and this is so important, experiencing true abundance and prosperity is not about getting stronger, faster, or better at achieving goals, running, or manifesting, or attracting. That ultimately experiencing true abundance and prosperity is not about getting what's on your list. It's about getting off the track and off the hamster wheel, which I can show you how to do, and will show you how to do in the continuing videos in this series. All right, a little bit about me before we continue. First, you might find it interesting to know that I am the grandson of Aaron Scheinfeld. You can see a picture of him here. He turned an idea into one of the world's largest and most successful businesses. Manpower, the world's largest temporary help agency. Manpower is now a Fortune 150 company doing more than $20 billion a year in sales. My grandfather actually invented an entire industry. And on top of this gigantic global business success story, he was also multi-talented, what used to be called a Renaissance man, with extraordinary talent across multiple disciplines, not just business and money and wealth building. Gramps, as I still call him, was instrumental in shaping what ultimately happened in my life and career, which I'll be telling you about in later videos in the series. It might also interest you to know that I'm the New York Times best-selling author of Busting Loose from the Money Game, another book, the follow-up, Busting Loose from the Business Game, and a variety of other books and multimedia resources designed to support people in creating radical transformation and expansion in their lives. In short, I know a lot about abundance and prosperity from deep personal experience. Abundance and prosperity as they're normally defined, and beyond that. And let's be clear, it's the beyond that piece that I'm most excited to share with you. The piece about what no one has been telling you about the truth as it relates to abundance and prosperity and how to actually experience it consistently 24/7 in your life. In video segment 2 that follows this one, and you can find segment 2 wherever it is that you found your way to this video, and it'll be labeled as segment 2 in this series, I'll show you exactly how to do it. Exactly how to get off the track, off your wheel, and into a direct and consistent experience of true abundance and true prosperity. The next videos will literally open the gateway for you into that direct experience of true abundance and true prosperity. And by the way, this image that you're looking at on your screen right now is what I call the portal, the gateway, and it's something of a logo for me. If you look at it, you can see that through the portal is this very bright, different world, and that's literally what can happen when you open into a direct and consistent experience of true abundance and prosperity. Thanks for giving me a little bit of your valuable time here, and I encourage you to move on to the next video in the series.